Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mayor and Council meeting of July 29th, 2025 for the Borough of Fair Lawn. Will the Municipal Clerk please read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
In accordance with the In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting, given the time, date, and information for access in this public meeting, was advertised in the Record and the Herald newspapers on June 23rd, 2025, was posted on the bulletin board located on the first floor of the municipal building, was filed in the office of the municipal clerk, and was posted on the borough's website.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas.
Here.
Councilmember Kraus.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Here.
Mayor Catrone.
Here.
And Mayor also in attendance is Borough Manager Peluso, Municipal Clerk Magarelli, and Borough Attorney Verone.
Will everybody please rise for the flag salute? And I'm just going to ask that you stay standing after the flag salute. We're going to do a moment of silence as well. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we're going to be doing a moment of silence for multiple people this evening. We want to acknowledge the shooting that occurred in New York City and honor the 4 who were killed: Officer Didarul Islam, Alan Etienne, Wesley LePanther, Julia Hyman. And we also want a moment of silence as we very suddenly lost one of our own here in Fair Lawn yesterday, firefighter and just overall wonderful human being and volunteer here in Fair Lawn and resident Jack Donahue. Thank you. I'm going to ask the council to join me in the well as we start with swearing-ins of our municipal clerk, a police promotion, and swearing in of police recruits.
Judy.
Oh, we need.
Judy.
Judy, we need you down here. Yeah. Who is going to take your place?
We got them. We got the other Magarelli.
Okay, the other Magarelli. Okay, you know the drill. You guys stand over there. Is Judy administering?
Huh?
Is Judy administering?
No, I just wanted Judy down here just because she's been
Oh.
a very big instrumental part of
Oh, I love
this
that.
journey.
All right. So Bible, no Bible?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right. Raise your right hand. I, Nicholas Magarelli,
I, Nicholas Magarelli, no,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of municipal clerk
perform all the duties of the coolest municipal clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of people.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Nick has been our clerk for the past 3 years, but under tenure laws or the laws of New Jersey, this makes it official. So we are so lucky to have you here in Fair Lawn. Nick is born and raised here and gives back to the community in many ways, but he has just been really extraordinary in this position. So we're very lucky to have you aboard. All right, we can sign that.
Yes.
Okay. What? Yeah, notarized him, so. Okay. I guess you take that back. All right. Take your time.
You go first. Okay, I gotta keep tradition. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a lot quicker than that.
I know that. It was more of 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Did you want to say something?
No, I'm
Okay,
I'm
you're good,
Thank you.
okay. Okay, if I can ask our Chief of Police, DeWicki, to come up to the front, as well as our newest sergeant and his family. Chief, you want to start?
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's always a nice privilege to be able to promote somebody and then swear in 3 individuals, all 4 of whom live in Fair Lawn. So we're getting great local public servants here. To begin, Sergeant Vasquez has been with us since 2004, and he joined the Auxiliary Police on or about 1999, previous century. He's been around a while. But after that, he went to the New Jersey Department of Corrections and then to the Bergen County Sheriff's Office, and he joined us in 2004. He served in the Patrol Division and the Traffic Division, former 3-term PBA president, and now he's assigned to patrol midnights. So he's also working tonight, so if you see him parading around town later with all this garb, just tell him that I said short sleeves are okay, because, it is kind of hot out, okay? So I'd also like to have just a few words about Kyle, Brendan, and Daniel. They also join us from the ranks of Fair Lawn. Kyle and Brendan both work for the DPW, so that's an easy transition. We know who they are. Kyle also served in the United States Army, and Brendan currently serves in the New Jersey National Guard, which is great, so we're appreciative of that service. And Daniel joins us with 5 years of experience from the Juvenile Justice Commission. So without further ado, I'd like to have Father Sam Monaco just say a quick blessing for all the officers tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Let us pray. We thank you, O God, for the women and men in law enforcement, for their willingness to answer the call, to protect and serve, and for their dedication to the safety and well-being and protection of others. Defend them day by day with your heavenly grace. Strengthen them in their trials and temptations. Fill them with wisdom for the decisions they face. Give them courage to handle the perils which beset them, and grant them a sense of your abiding presence wherever they may be. Bless our newest officers and Sergeant Vasquez in their assigned roles as members of the Fair Lawn Police Department. Keep them and their families safe and healthy. Bless them always. Let your face shine upon them. Be gracious to them. Lift up your countenance upon them and give them peace. All this we ask in faith and trust. Amen.
It's the same one. We can just borrow theirs. Can we? Thank you. Thank you. I'll just make sure to say your name. I just also want to congratulate you again on this accomplishment and this promotion, and to our new recruits as well. I've known Sergeant Vasquez since I've been on the council. When I first got on the council, he's the officer at the time who I did my ride-along with, and since then, he's always been willing to offer his thoughts, his advice, to hear me out and help me as I got to know being on the council here in Fair Lawn, and I was able to see in that time how much he goes above and beyond for the residents. So congratulations again. Okay. Okay, ready? I state your name.
I, Louis Vasquez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of a sergeant
perform all the duties of a sergeant
for the Borough of Fairlawn
for the Borough of Fairlawn
in the County of Bergen
in the County of
and the State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Yeah, everybody.
Take one with us family, then without family. Sure. Ready, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go with that. One, two, three, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? Thank you.
Kyle, you want to come up first? And bring your family? Yeah, yeah. Whoever you want up here. That's your job? Well, I just don't want to go off. Yes. And who wants to hold the Bible? Yeah? I'll switch. All right. Right.
Is the seat taken?
Yeah, right hand up, right? Left hand on the, yeah. I think. All right. Ready? Okay. I state your name.
I, Kyle Moon,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of a police officer
perform all the duties of a police officer
for the Borough of Fairlawn
for the Borough of Fairlawn
in the County of Bergen
and the County of
in the State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
I know. It's a lot of millions. Sorry, Saul. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
You want to do one, just the council?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Daniel? Bring your family. Who's holding? I want to get more in the middle there. You go right there, right in front of him. Okay. All right. Ready? I state your name.
I, Daniel Panola,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of a police officer
perform all the duties of a police officer
to the Borough of Fairlawn
to the Borough of Fairmont,
in the County of Bergen
to the County of Bergen,
and the State of New Jersey
and the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
One, two, three, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you. One, two, three, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Kyle, Daniel, and Brendan. Brendan, bring up your family too, please. Hi. How are you? I state your name.
I, Brennan Perry,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United
that I
States
support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of a police officer
perform all the duties of a police officer
to the Borough of
in
Fairlawn
the Borough of Fairlawn,
in the County of Bergen
in the County of Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Ready? Cool. I'm just gonna do one with the. Yeah, thanks. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Can we have our three new officers come up for one pic all together, picture all together?
And ready, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you all. More? Welcome to Sears Portrait Studio. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3.
He's dating himself.
Cultural and Heritage Administrative Cultural and Heritage Affairs. That's what it is.
Okay, we're going to continue on with our meeting with number 8, council comments. We'll give everybody one more second to filter out.
Just say about
Good evening, Council Member Salinas.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. My comments are going to be brief this evening. I'd like to start by...
If we... Could we quietly filter out? We just have to move on with the meeting. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Natalie.
I'm brief. Thank you, Mayor. I want to start by congratulating the officers on the recent promotion and appointment. I wish them all the best of luck. I also would like to congratulate Municipal Clerk Magarelli. As the mayor said, thank you very much for your hard work and dedication in ensuring that everything runs as smoothly as possible. Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck and continued success. As I mentioned, I don't have many. I'll be brief tonight. I would like to mention this Saturday, August 2nd, Fair Lawn Fitness Group, Latin Heat Moves. They operate out of Phoenix Fitness on Fair Lawn Avenue. They will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary at Memorial Park by offering a complimentary dance workout class, which will be a lot of fun, and it's followed by a barbecue. You can find out all the information on their Instagram page, Latin Heat Moves. And I'd also like to share that the Administrator of Cultural and Heritage Affairs and myself are very close to finalizing the first ever salsa band performance as part of the summer concert series. We're hoping to finalize that in the next couple of days, and that would be on August 15th, so keep an eye out for that. We'll make sure to get the word out, and I hope to see you all there, and I wish everyone a very safe and fun last month of the summer. Take lots of pictures, and enjoy. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. Good evening, Councilmember Kraus.
Good evening, Mayor. First thing, I just want to express my condolences to the family of Jack Donahue on their loss. And I do want to echo the congratulations. First to our municipal clerk. I've said this before, but it really is a great honor to have the ability to help choose some of the leaders of our community and then to see them thrive in a position and see them do well. Especially as well as you've done in the roles as municipal clerk, Nick. So we're very proud of you and very happy to continue to have you in the role.
Thank you.
And congratulating our new police sergeant, Lou Vasquez, who has always been a very involved member of the community, and as well as our 3 new officers, to Kyle, Daniel, and Brendan. It's fantastic to see 4 police officers joining or being promoted through their ranks who live in town. I wish them all a lot of success in their new positions. I'll just very briefly remind everyone that Art in the Park is coming up on September 14th, 2025. And anyone who is interested in registering to be a part of Art in the Park, you can go to fairlawn.org/AIP2025. $25 registration fee to register to be a part of Art in the Park. It's always a very fun event. It always manages to get bigger and better every single year. And of course, you can follow the Fairlawn Arts Council on social media like Instagram and Facebook for more information on more events. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor. I also want to join my colleagues in congratulating our municipal clerk, Nick Magarelli, on your formal appointment. It has been just one of the biggest honors of my life to work with you these last several years, and to see you. I knew you would be good in the position, but to see you grow into it the way that you have, and just, bring your whole heart and soul to it. It just, it means the world to all of us, and we thank you for all of your service, all of the years, your military service, your service with the police, with everything. And, thank you for continuing to honor us with your service.
Thank you.
I also want to join my colleagues in congratulating Sergeant Vasquez. I also did my first ride along with him, and he made it fun, and it was interesting, and it's nerve-wracking and stressful, and I thank our new recruits for their dedication, their dedicated service already to the borough, and, as employees and volunteers, and for their rededication to us as our newest recruits. And I wish them luck, and I wish them safety. And I also, I honestly don't know what to say about Jack Donahue, because he was such a tremendous figure in Fairlawn. You really you can't say enough good words about him and about what a loss this is to our community. His, long and storied service to the fire department, his service as a member and president of the Chamber of Commerce. He just gave so much to this community, and I hope that his legacy will continue and that people will learn from his dedication, and we just all thank him. I also, I just wanted to say a few words about the shooting yesterday in New York City. The gun violence, the promotion of guns and the gun violence in this country, it has to stop. I mean, this person who clearly had a lot of issues was able to just pick up an AR-15, buy an AR-15 in Las Vegas, travel to New York City, and kill innocent, good people. Officer Islam, the other people, it's tragic. And, you know, public officials said, well, there's no way that could have prevented it, but we have to stop taking that attitude with gun violence. We can prevent it. We have to stop this promotion of guns, this love of guns, this fetishing of guns, and we've got to fight gun violence in every way that we can. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I want to, on a happier note, I want to remind everybody that this week, Sunday, August 3rd, from 12 to 2, we're going to have our Tavern Talk, which is a reenactment of the kinds of conversations that people had in this country before it was a country. These are Revolutionary War reenactors, and it provides an opportunity to have a conversation with someone who's talking from the history of the Revolutionary War. This is a project of Rev NJ, Fairlawn Rev NJ, and this is our second event, actually, but we'll be having lots of events in 2026. So it's from 12 to 2 on Sunday. There's 4 tickets left as of last count. I'm not sure how many are now. And this is our logo, so look for our Fairlawn Rev NJ logo, and look for our events, not just Sunday, but in the continuation of 2025, and then culminating on July 4th, 2026. This month, the Green Team hosted Pizza in the Pavilion. It was a really nicely attended event, and we gave people the opportunity to talk about their anxieties about the climate, which I think today is, you know, quite a good example of the climate extremes. I know we're in the end of July, in the middle of summer, but, you know, it was a record-breaking day. And unfortunately, it was the day that the government chose to revoke the federal authority to combat climate change. So that is something that we're going to have to combat on a statewide level and on a local level, and that's what the Green Team does all the time, by teaching people all the different ways that you can make Fairlawn more sustainable. Energy efficiency, which we're going to have a couple of programs about, and planting trees and planting native gardens. You know, we've got to combat climate change any way we can. The government is flatly denying the overwhelming scientific evidence of climate change, and without action, we're going to see increasingly destructive storms, like the flooding that we saw in Texas, you know, where at least 200 people lost their lives. The flooding here, the droughts, like the drought that we experienced last fall, the wildfires that destroyed Pacific Palisades and Altadena in California, and the heat waves. You know, we can, if the federal government isn't going to act, we have to act. And we have the power to act, and we have the power to make change. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Good evening, Mayor. Like everyone, I'd like to congratulate Nick, who I feel like I've known from the minute I moved into Fairlawn, because our kids have been in school together now for, 11 or almost 12 years. So we met on the mean playgrounds of Lindcrest School, and been attached since. So Nick, congratulations. We're fortunate to have you. The borough's fortunate to have you, and there's not enough time to list all you do for us and all the things you take on extra. I also wanted to congratulate again our 3 officers. I think it's interesting that we so often from this dais and really in the well, we start our meetings by looking outward and honoring things that are going on in the world, and talking about issues that are going on in the world, and doing proclamations regarding things outside of Fair Lawn, and tonight feels like a really uniquely Fair Lawn-centric evening, especially with the fact that, Nick is, 15th generation Fair Lawn, and, Lou Vasquez has been in Fair Lawn, forever, and the 3 new officers also are all Fair Lawn residents. And so I think it really speaks to the success of our borough when you see people running to get in line to stay here and to be a part of what we're doing here and what the borough's about, and really running to get in line to serve the borough. And I think that's tremendously important. I think the only person who's upset about it is DPW Superintendent Chris Hoitzma, who just lost 2 of his guys. But other than that, I think it's an incredibly Fair Lawn night, and something that I think we should all be proud of. Speaking of Fair Lawn, the 100th Anniversary Committee's yearbooks are in. We will be putting out an announcement soon about them going on sale. There will be an event sometime in the next 30 days-ish, depending on people's vacations and things, at the library to kick it off. A history talk there that I think is going to be good, and go through the history of Fair Lawn and some things that we learned in going through the 100th anniversary process. So if you can be a little bit more patient, we should have the books available by Labor Day at the latest. I know we haven't been here in a while, so I just wanted to again thank the mayor, DPW, and all our first responders and everybody involved with the fireworks. It was another great evening. Thankfully, the weather held up, and it seems like we keep expanding year after year, and it again was a great event. I was fortunate to attend the ribbon cutting at Lincoln Grill earlier this month, and even before there was a Main Street, there was a small group of people, Alan Weitzman, Frank Hall, among others, who banded together to start this thing they called a facade program. And they had this crazy idea where we would invest in helping our small business owners improve the way their storefronts look to help drive business. And a lot of people were skeptical, and if you see any of these business owners and you see what it does for their business, and even just as importantly, what it does for our community, I think it's such a blessing that Main Street's doing that. And to recognize Lincoln Grill and have, 50, 60 people there to do that was a tremendously community fulfilling, life-fulfilling event. And I think the fact that we've committed to spread this type of activity throughout the town, and we're not focused on, Fair Lawn Ave or River Road or Saddle River Road, but, we've helped rehab businesses as far and wide as Broadway and all the way to Lincoln Ave. So we're investing in our community, and I think the community's better for it. We also, in the past couple weeks, have had meetings with the county. I know I met with the county commissioners regarding traffic and pedestrian safety, and I want to thank them for taking that seriously and for looking into ways to help improve our pedestrian and traffic safety. I think when we're constrained by the fact that our 4 main roads are all county roads, so sometimes it delays progress, but hopefully eventually there is progress. I also want to thank Chief DeWicki and his team in traffic safety for all they've done to try to combat pedestrian issues and traffic issues as best they can through manpower and through creative solutions. So thank you to them. And lastly, I've been the liaison to the fire board now for 5, maybe 6 years. And it's one of the true honors of my service to be among, the brave men and women that we have that really are willing to sacrifice everything to go running into a burning building when everybody else is running out. And we certainly take them for granted. They don't take each other for granted. They don't take their service for granted. And I think when you have someone who gives 50 years of their life to anything, let alone 50 years to a volunteer organization, they deserve all the recognition that we can muster. And I think Jack was the 7th person in borough history to have served for 50 years. I know we have a couple in the fire department right now, but what Jack meant to this community and what he meant to Company 4 and to the fire department, I mean, just read the tributes that are all over online. I'm not going to try to, compete with that because it's just beautiful things from his, his friends who knew him best. And I always think of Jack as, always had a smile on his face, always did everything he could to make everyone around him better and happier. And he had a truly impressive hat game, which I'm jealous of. But Jack was, just a tremendous person and someone, for whom a lot of us, should really model ourselves on. And the borough is in pain tonight, and the borough certainly has a deep hole in it tonight. But together, hopefully, we'll be able to help each other through that. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Good evening, everybody. I want to echo again my congratulations to our new officers, to our promotion of our sergeant, and to our municipal clerk. Lot of good things this evening. I also want to extend my condolences to the Donahue family. Since my time on the council, I feel like there is not a single event that I appeared at that Jack really wasn't involved in or just present at, and as Josh said, in his very incredible hats and his Jack of all shades truck. When I got the text message yesterday, I was just in shock. I think I'm still in shock. It was so sudden, and he is just such an important part of this community. It's going to be very challenging to move forward without him, but I hope that everybody keeps those memories of him, and it inspires all of us to be a little more like Jack in our lives in whatever way we can. I also want to just acknowledge and echo Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich's comments regarding the shooting in New York City. When I read where it was, a former student of mine who I keep in touch with works at Blackstone. And so I took to social media, and his mom had posted right away that he just happened to not be at work that day. But Wesley LePanther, one of the women who was killed, was his mentor. He worked very closely with her, and he is devastated that she's gone, and he could have very well been in that lobby with her. We've sat on this dais, unfortunately, all of us, many times after gun violence and shootings and massacres in this country to voice our concern. There are people out there who say there's nothing that can be done. To those people, I say, you're weak, you're cowardly, and you're not willing to own up to reality. We are the only nation in the world that deals with gun violence at this level, because we are the only nation in the world that allows guns to be so readily available to people. I'm not sure when enough will be enough, but I certainly won't stop fighting. I know that many like to tout, those who don't believe there's gun violence here, that it's really a mental health issue. which is ironic because the president and this government in Washington, D.C. has just slashed millions of dollars of funding that would have gone to mental health assistance to those who need it. And again, I think that's a cowardly way out to blame people who are struggling with mental illness and to connect that to gun violence. So I hope and pray that one day I can sit on this dais and feel as though we've made meaningful progress in this country with gun laws, but until then, I will continue to use my voice and my position of power to do what I can to protect those who need protecting. I want to transition to happier things. I want to thank the Fair Lawn Sunrise Rotary for inviting me to be their guest speaker this month. It was an honor to spend time with them. For those of you who don't know, our Sunrise Rotary is just a really dedicated group of individuals who do a lot of service work here in Fair Lawn and beyond. I also had the opportunity in continuing with our conversation about the celebration of our 250th anniversary of the American Revolution to meet with a group led by Bergen County Commissioner Tracy Zur. She's organizing a countywide week of service that's going to be in April as part of the celebration of our democracy. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to host one of the events here in Fair Lawn. But I look forward to working with this group on meaningful service initiatives that will allow our residents here in Fair Lawn to come together and to give back. I also had a lot of meaningful and continue to have productive conversations with residents in the recent weeks, both in my office and in individual settings and in group settings, some of them a little more casual, others formal. But I can't say it enough. It is so important to hear from all of you. It really helps all of us to shape our priorities. And it gives us insight that we just can't possibly have in a town as large as Fair Lawn without hearing from residents. So I encourage people to continue to do so, to share your concerns, to share your ideas and your passion for Fair Lawn. We are still in the middle of this heat wave, so I just want to remind everybody that we do have cooling centers in Fair Lawn. So if you are without air conditioning or need somewhere just to go to cool off, we have our community center, which has the latest hours open. They're open till 9, I think, the community center, the senior center. And then even if you're not a member of Memorial Pool, but you're a resident of Fair Lawn, you can always buy a day pass. So you can always go down there if you need some relief from the heat. Our summer concert series, as you heard, are still going strong. Sundays in Memorial Park at 8 o'clock. So if you haven't been down to one, please come check one out. And on Sunday, August 10th at 11, we're having a very special ribbon cutting for our new special needs housing on Campbell Road. The building is being named in honor of Jerry and Saul Rockman, who, in addition to Saul being downstairs right now recording this council meeting so everybody can watch at home, both Jerry and Saul are tireless advocates for those with special needs, and their generosity and their time to help those with special needs is really immeasurable. So we couldn't have thought of two better people to name the building after. So come join us for that ribbon cutting on August 10th. And I'm going to end, as I normally do, with my Did You Know for the month. So this year's actually fits nicely with your comments about the heat and climate change. And so did you know that Fair Lawn is officially home to a champion tree? Standing tall in Berdan Grove, we have a majestic black oak that has been recognized by the New Jersey Forest Service as the largest of its kind in the entire state. It's Fair Lawn's first ever champion tree, and it's only the 5th one in Bergen County. And it really is, if you haven't seen it, you should go down to Berdan Grove and take a look. It is massive, and it really is a symbol of Fair Lawn's deep-rooted commitment to protecting and celebrating our environment. And if you are inspired by that tree, you can grow a legacy of your own in your own backyard, front yard, wherever you'd like, through the Fair Lawn Tree Initiative program. You just have to reach out to the Shade Tree office.
You can make a new request, a service request on the website and request a new tree. It's probably the Easiest way
Perfect.
to do it.
Thank you.
Mayor,
Yes.
if I can.
Yes.
So our Tree Commission has done such an excellent job that the
We're out of
list
trees.
is full
Oh.
for the fall.
All right.
So if you don't mind, they will be taking enrollment for spring 2026.
All right, so
if you do
hold your
enroll, just be patient.
inspiration until the new trees are available. All right, thank you, and that's all I have for tonight. And now we're going to move on to our Main Street Minute.
Where would you like me to stand?
Right there,
at the
right at the
dais. Yep.
podium is perfect.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Michal Semery, and I'm a rising senior at Fairlawn High School. I'm honored to be here tonight as a social media spokesperson for this year's FLMS Scavenger Hunt Initiative. Just a little bit about myself. In addition to my academic pursuits, I'm deeply involved in the performing arts at Fairlawn High School, where I actively participate in our school's productions. You may have recently seen me in the role of Sophie in Mamma Mia, a performance for which I was nominated for Outstanding Actress in a Leading Role at the Metropolitan High School Theater Awards and received an honorable mention for the same category from the Paper Mill Playhouse Rising Star Awards. So I'm here on behalf of Fairlawn Main Street, Inc. to share an exciting preview of our 4th annual Small Business Scavenger Hunt, launching this August. This event, organized in partnership with the Fairlawn Chamber of Commerce, aims to spotlight our local businesses, increase foot traffic, and strengthen community engagement. The participants will visit a variety of businesses around town, collecting selfies or receipts to enter raffles for prizes, and we're excited to welcome both returning and new businesses into the fold this year. Our previous hunts have shown strong turnout and generated buzz throughout the community. Last year, we achieved well over 1,000 submissions, which is really, really great. Building on that momentum, we're introducing enhancement this year to further simplify participation and boost visibility for our small business owners. We have included a number of places, such as the Lavana and Montclair pickleball facilities, to encourage wider participation of people of all ages. And the scavenger hunt runs throughout August, and prize drawings will be held in early September. We invite the council and the residents to help spread the word and join in supporting Fairlawn's vibrant small business community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and congratulations
Thank you.
on being nominated and on your performance, which I did see, and it was fantastic.
you
And
so
ever
much.
since, Mamma Mia has been playing in my house as my daughter
should.
is obsessed with the
I
show
love that.
now. So, great job in all areas.
Thank you so much.
It's the first time I've actually wanted to applaud that.
That's because it's
Well
an
done.
actress that
Yes.
delivered the
course.
Main Street Minute. Okay, any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, number 10, ordinance on public hearing and final passage. Ordinance 2751-2025, an ordinance amending salary ordinance fixing the salaries of certain employees of the Borough of Fairlawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended part-time police employees. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open on this ordinance only. Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The public hearing on this ordinance is now closed. May I have a motion that this ordinance be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2752-2025, an ordinance amending salary ordinance 2673-2023, fixing the salaries of certain employees of the Borough of Fairlawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended department heads. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Time for public comment is now open on this ordinance only. Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public hearing on this ordinance is now closed. Can I have a motion that this ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 11, public comment on consent agenda 14-2025 items only. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on consent agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open on consent agenda items only.
Good evening, Pamela Coles. 242-2025, the resolution requesting the Director of Local Government Services to approve the insertion of the item revenue in the budget year 2025 in the sum of $8,449.25 for the National Opioid Settlement Fund. My question is, how will that be used?
I don't know if it's officially been determined yet how it's being used, Borough Manager. We have to accept the money first. It's through the grant, right?
That's correct. Due to the opioid settlement that was done at the federal and state level, there's funding that comes to the borough. There's very strict guidelines that we have to follow to use that funding to prevent opioid usage. So we have been working with our community police, with the CFO, to look at items where we could use that funding. So once we have it, then we'll look to see what would match requirements and then move forward.
Yeah, outreach to sixth graders, I think I mentioned this a while ago, sixth graders and seventh graders is the most profound use. Whether they go into the schools, however they go, that's the age bracket before they move on to high school. And that age bracket where they're starting to get them a sense of themselves and still obeying mom and dad, listening to mom and dad and, the rest of us who are, have been doing this for tons of years, that would be a great use. That's my recommendation.
Sure, and there's going to be input. We're going to work with the Alliance for it, which I know you're a member of.
Yes.
And we do have a list of certain purchases that other communities have made with this funding. Some are good, some, in my opinion, were not so good. So we want to make sure that we line up with everything.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have the resolution acknowledging the grant, 245-2025, resolution acknowledging grant award from the New Jersey Historic Trust Capital Preservation Grant for the Norgal project. What is the award that we received, and what's it going towards?
Get that?
Yeah, you could, I was going to say, Gail, do you want to take,
So
the
that was-
total amount is how much? It's
500.
$537,509.
Okay, super.
That's how
Okay,
much
that's
it
what
is.
that is.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's to
Super.
go to the rehabilitation
Yes.
of the Noggle House. The
that gonna
outside,
be-
the inside, matched with borough funds that we already have quarantined for the use of the rehabilitation of the Noggle House. So this
Okay.
is a long time in coming, and we're very excited about it.
I'm grateful we have it. And that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else on the consent agenda items? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on consent agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment on this consent agenda is now closed. 12, resolutions by consent, 14-2025. Will the municipal clerk read the consent agenda passage?
Whereas the following resolutions, 239-2025 through 253-2025, having heretofore been placed on this consent agenda, requiring no discussion in the same, having been previously reviewed by each council member, be and are hereby adopted, ratified, and confirmed in their entirety by the mayor and council of the borough of Fair Lawn.
Can I have a motion to pass consent agenda 14-2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ronitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 13, new business. I have on here one item, Health Department, Northwest Health Department. So in meeting with a resident this week about their particular issue in town, it got me thinking actually that now that we have moved in a different direction with our health department, it might be beneficial and helpful if two of us would be willing to set up a meeting with Northwest, chat with them about what some of our priorities are related to health issues, but also get a sense from them, now that they've been here for a few months, of kind of what their priorities are when it comes to health in Fair Lawn. So I just wanted to see if anybody would be interested in joining me in that.
I'll join you.
Okay, that would be great. Okay. So Borough Manager will work through you to maybe set up a meeting for the three of us and them. Okay, great. Everybody's okay with that? Okay. All right. The second thing on here was the 100th year committee. Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yeah, just briefly, I'm just seeking approval from the council to allow me to work with the clerk to make sure that the people who worked on the yearbook are distributed complimentary copies to thank them for their work. We were looking at the committee chairs, some of the borough employees that were directly involved, and we wanted to provide one to each of the two major sponsors and one to each of our emergency services. So I'm just asking for consensus to move forward with that.
Consensus?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else have new business?
Yes, Mayor. I had a meeting with the superintendent, the business administrator of the Board of Education, as well as our chief of police and our captain and another one of our officers, just to go over drop-off patterns. They had some concerns over at the middle schools with drop-offs. I think our police department did an excellent job of coming up with different options for drop-off and pickup at those two schools. There were two plans submitted that would require council approval. One of them was over at TJ, expanding the drop-off zone. There was also a proposal to make one-way streets in some of the streets around the TJ area, which I was a little bit hesitant with, and some of the members there were as well. So I think for the TJ proposal was just expanding the areas where they would be allowed to drop off. For the memorial section, there was discussion about expanding the drop-off zone as well, with making one-way streets temporarily on lines in Lambert for an hour during drop-off and pickup. They wanted, I assured them I'd bring it to your attention as soon as possible. Some of these recommendations, they just wanted to get moving on before school starts.
I think the one-ways would require ordinance, wouldn't it? Or-
That's correct.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to move forward with one-ways right now. I think working with what we have, particularly in Memorial, and working with the crossing guard over there and ensuring that crossing is only happening in essentially one direction. So we're pushing everybody one way, so we don't have, Josh, you know the streets better than I do.
Yeah, it's First Street. You want people going parallel with First Street and parallel with the building rather than crossing First Street.
Right.
The other thing is if we were going to do an ordinance, we really, I don't think we could do it before school started anyway.
No, I would admit, I think we've been pushing everything to pedestrian safety. so it
Right,
would
and
have
we're
to
meeting
go-
the same day as our next meeting.
Yeah, so it would have to go to that first. So my suggestion would be before we start changing like the way streets go, we should try other things. And I think the suggestion about the crossing guard, making sure that they're not crossing in two places, I think we should start with that, is my recommendation for Memorial. Go ahead.
Just for TJ, when they said extending the drop-off, does that mean like up?
Yeah, that was my question.
So there's two areas.
East.
One is if you're coming from Saddle River Road towards down Moorlot, they have the bend where they do the drop-off. Allowing the bend to continue, but then past that bend, having a drop-off zone on the street of Moore Lot. They felt like if they coned it off properly, they have access to that. The other area is over by Phillip Street, going up towards Milnes and dropping them off the right. Right now, it's no standing or stopping. The traffic safety officers believed that if by removing those signs and allowing that drop-off, that would be easier access for the drop-off, and they won't be crossing the streets, the students, because they'd be aligned with the sidewalks.
So when are we going to be like looking at these suggestions?
Yeah, so these,
or
we
at
could.
the work session?
We
or
could bring those
after
over at a
pedestrian
work
safety
session.
Yeah.
meeting? Yeah.
After the yeah. Because we
Yeah.
had, like Deputy Mayor Ryan had said, we do have the pedestrian safety meeting beforehand, so we got a discussion there, and then move it to the work session.
Okay. I did
Yeah.
a lot of drop-offs at TJ, and
Yes, me too.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
Okay, so you can have like some drawings for us and,
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I would
okay.
say Officer Goodson has a very good presentation that he put
Okay.
together.
okay.
Yes.
Anybody else? New business? Okay. 14, public comment. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Any opposed? Time for public comment is now open. Please state your name. Prior to the comment, there'll be a 3-minute time limit.
Hello, Howard Mark, 12-23, Ferry Heights. I made pictures of the well house that was in front of the Noble House. I gave one to the manager, and I think Gail had a copy. So I made some more copies, so you should at least know what I'm talking about. One of the engineers who was working in the department said they moved it to recycling, the top portion of the house. I couldn't confirm it because I had my own health problems, so I couldn't go and check it out then. But to find out what happened to it.
So you're asking where this is now? Is that what you're,
Yeah,
borough manager, do you know?
you don't have to give me an answer now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out. I know there was some pieces over, but that was over by the Noggle House that were removed due to some deterioration. There was a number of stuff like the table, the door and the stairs, which is with the historic architect that we hired, is currently in storage. It could be with him or it could be at our DPW, but I'll double check on that for you.
Also, when I talked to Green Acres, she suggests that the native plant ordinance, I have a copy of a good one from Jersey City, if you want to see it. Because you talk about climate change, if you plant native plants, they have a better chance of sustaining it in the town. I mean, during the 60s, we had Norway maples, which was...
I don't know if you know this, Howard, but we have an arborist now that works for the borough, and there's a big initiative, a native plant initiative of ensuring that when we're doing our plantings, that we're planting native. And as a matter of fact, since Deputy Mayor Rottenstreik's time on the planning board, that's something that she pushes, but also other members of the planning board when redevelopment happens, and we make sure that when they're doing plantings, that they're planting native. So,
Well, I'm just saying
yeah.
there's a native plant ordinance that should be engaged or passed, whatever.
Got it.
So it would be law.
Got it.
That's what I'm just trying to support it.
Yeah, we appreciate
That's what
that.
I'm doing.
Thank you.
Oh, and as far as, is you going to hire to do landscape architect
For
on the
what?
Nogo House?
I don't think we know that yet.
Yeah. So what we,
Go ahead.
Mayor.
Yeah.
So we have our hired engineer as well as a historic architect that before we do any work that go through proposals. So we'll send out proposals for those certifications before any work's done. Because it's a historic building, before any work's done, it has to be done with the proper certifications.
I realize the landscaping would be done, I mean, the house has to be fixed, So that's probably going to come first anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
There's 3 different phases that we're working on. So the outside of the house, the interior of the house, and then the landscape surrounding the house are the 3 different phases.
Okay. I reported to Green Acres, north of the house, there's there's an invasion of bamboo. Mr. Nogel planted it around the late 60s. I remember that when he did that. So that definitely has to be removed.
Yes, that's
It's
going to be a
next to
very
Tansy
expensive bill.
Park. So it's a, what do you call it, invasive species.
That's correct,
So
yes.
that definitely has to be removed.
Yep. Thank you very much,
All right,
Howard.
that's it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Evening.
Good evening.
Bruce Davis, 1-16, Grunauer Place. In February this year, there were 2 fatal fires in New York City, one in Brooklyn. 1 person died, and one in the Bronx, 2 people died. These fires were 4 days apart. What they have in common is, in both instances, the fire hydrants were blocked by cars, which delayed the firemen fighting the fires. The reason I bring this up is on the first block of Grunauer Place off Broadway, the fire hydrants are blocked by cars on a regular basis. The one hydrant is located on the corner of Grunauer and Broadway. The other is located in the front of my next door neighbor, 1-24 Grunauer. While I realize the odds of a fire happening while the fire hydrant is blocked are slim, I think this is something that should be brought to the Borough Council's attention. I don't like calling the police to report a blocked fire hydrant. I'm sure they have more important things to do. By the same token, I don't like to see people blocking the fire hydrant because they are too lazy to find another spot. Captain LaRosa had said they report any parking violations. In one instance, a DPW truck was blocking the hydrant. I would like to say he was there on official business, but I believe he was getting lunch at a deli around the corner. This is not the first time I've seen this. If a borough employee is going to disregard the parking by the fire hydrant, why wouldn't the public? Sets a bad example. There's obviously not enough parking on the block. It was changed from alternate side to both sides about 10 years ago or more. 2-hour parking limit is difficult to enforce for the police. It becomes a cat and mouse game, if you will. They mark tires. The merchants see that, they move their cars. Let's see. Yeah, over the years, we've met with the last 3 mayors, including the present borough manager. Proliferation of nail salons hasn't helped. There are 2 on the block, 1 on each corner. They're open 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. This isn't the type of business where people are in and out. They usually spend about an hour there. Let's see. I have a suggestion to the problem. Paint a yellow line on the curb by the hydrants. This wouldn't solve the problem, but I think it would cut down on the instances of people blocking the hydrant. I wouldn't expect the borough to paint a yellow line on all the hydrants in town, but I think this has to be one of the most, if not the most blocked fire hydrants in town. New Jersey, it's no parking 10 feet from the hydrant, within 10 feet. In New York, it's 15 feet. In one of the fatal fires in New York that I mentioned, they issued the first ever criminal complaint, which is hard to believe, and a $4,000 fine. Let's see. The other issue on the block is the disregard of the no parking here at the corner signs, which is disregarded every single day. It makes it difficult to make the right turn off Broadway, and I would like to see some enforcement of this, and the no parking within 10 feet of the hydrant. Also, there was a segment on Eyewitness News last week. There's an article in the Bergen Record yesterday. Some towns in Bergen County are using what they call safety sticks. Garfield, Hasbrook Heights, North Arlington, and Woodridge. It's like a 3-foot high post they put into the sidewalk, takes a picture of the car, and it'll take another picture if it's not moved within a certain amount of time. I think the company, there's no cost to the town. The company gets a percentage of the ticket. They send a picture to the police, and they decide whether summons should be issued or not. So it might be something that you might want to look into. The article yesterday in the Record is entitled, "Beware of where you park as more towns install safety sticks." I can send the link to the borough manager for the segment on Eyewitness News from last week, if you want.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just quickly, just a few things. Actually, there was an article in the monthly magazine that we get from the League of Municipalities about the safety sticks, and I actually have already had a phone call with the people who do that.
Okay.
It's fairly new, and so I'm still doing some research regarding that. But I'm aware of that and looking into that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we cannot paint the curbs yellow. Yellow designates so it's all state law
Yeah, like schools. Yeah.
designates what means what, and
Right.
unfortunately, we can't as much as we would want to. There's some things we can do that I know is
Right.
one we can't do. I know you don't, I appreciate you not wanting to, always call the police, but
Right.
it is the best way, especially if it's repeat offenders,
Okay.
for them to get a ticket.
Non-emergency number.
Yeah, and you can use obviously the non-emergency number when you
Yeah,
call
I
that
always-
in too.
I
Yeah.
always use the-
And then, Borough Manager, I'm just going to ask that you reach out to the DPW superintendent and that a message go out that, it is unacceptable that any of our borough employees are violating any
Well, I think he
traffic
already,
laws.
he already
Okay.
addressed it. I
Okay.
sent him an email, so I think he addressed it already.
Yes, but I think Deputy Mayor Ryan, she wanted to.
If we can't paint the curb, perhaps we could do some kind of pilot program, because you're right by Broadway, right? It's
First block, yeah.
Yeah, and I know Hartley has the same issue. Perhaps we could put small posts around the, either in the greenway or on the curbs to kind of alert people how far away from the fire hydrant they have to be, and maybe just pilot it in that area, because they tend to get overflow, and see if it has any impact. And then if there's impact there, then maybe we can move it to other places, and, just to kind of give people a sense of how far it's supposed to be. The other thing is, a couple of years ago, they were having issues on Winona with people parking too close to the stop sign there, right by Brookdale, right? Brookdale Park's right there. And one of the things that we were able to do was stripe like sort of a triangle to stop people from parking 50 feet from the end of the block, so from the stop sign. So maybe we can look into something like that over there, just to kind of give people visual cues as to where they can be and see if it's effective, and then pilot it, maybe make it part of our paving program moving forward. So just some thoughts. But thanks for bringing that to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I just like to see a little more enforcement.
Oh, and with the smart sticks, it's 10, 12 years ago with the red light cameras was supposed to revolutionize everything, and then they installed them everywhere, and then within a year, they were found to be unconstitutional. So, the sticks are a good idea, but it's hard to cross-examine a stick in court.
Newark
So
made a fortune on the red light camera.
before we invest all the money in it, I think,
That's why I want to do a bit more research and let some of the other towns be the guinea pigs.
Just the no parking here at the corner. I mean, every single day, it's like the sign isn't even there. You try to, sometimes almost blocking the crosswalk.
Yeah.
I just like to see a little more
Yeah.
enforcement.
And we can absolutely bump up enforcement
Okay.
in that area too.
Yeah.
And sometimes we unfortunately just have to, every now and then, just bump up the enforcement and it,
Yeah, as far as the 2-hour parking, I mean, they tried it, it's just too difficult
It's hard.
to,
Yeah,
with the marking on tires and everything, so.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Stella Lemberg. I'm joining you tonight after attending the Sunrise Rotary meeting where we've been working on meaningful projects guided by the idea of service above self. As the president of the Fair Lawn Chamber of Commerce, I'm going to be sharing some news. I'm proud to share that it's been a strong season in our business community. We had a great turnout at a street fair, our summer social, and the always loved annual networking event at the Dutch House was a great turnout. We recently launched a new monthly morning networking breakfast at the Gotham City Diner, so any entrepreneurs or small businesses that are interested to go to morning meetings, we're starting to have those now too. And of course, we're hosting even more evening events as well. We have 5 chamber event programs lined up just for September alone, and the calendar keeps growing thanks to our new executive director, Andrea Pass, with networking opportunities in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Our fall street fair is coming up October 19th, so please mark your calendars. And if you're a local business, we'd love to have you join us. Food vendors must register at least 60 days in advance. All details are always posted on our Fair Lawn Chamber website. I want to invite everyone to participate in the Fair Lawn Chamber of Commerce scavenger hunt with Fair Lawn Main Street. We are so happy to collaborate with Fair Lawn Main Street on this amazing event. It runs from August 1st through August 31st and includes lots of exciting prizes. To enter, just take a selfie at the participating business or submit a photo of your receipt. Details are on the Fair Lawn Main Street website. I also want to wish a happy belated birthday to former Mayor John Cosgrove. John is a friend, a mentor, and a wonderful leader whose impact on Fair Lawn continues to be felt. Before I close, I want to take a moment to reflect on the loss of someone who meant so much to our community, to me personally, Jack Donahue. As said by many already, Jack was past president of the Chamber, a 52-year volunteer with the Company 4, and someone who dedicated his life to Fair Lawn. He joined the Chamber in 2007 and was involved in just about everything. You saw him at every street fair, every Memorial Day parade, every board member meeting. He was there early to set up chairs and tables, happily not even asking for recognition, often staying late and always offering a hand. Jack led with quiet strength. He never asked for recognition, but you always knew you could count on him. He was the one who set up the tables, like I said before, but he always checked on others as they came in, new members, checking in to see if they're feeling welcomed. When I stepped into the role of becoming the Fair Lawn Chamber of Commerce president, end of 2002, I wasn't sure I was ready. Jack looked at me and said, "You've got this." That moment stayed with me. It meant more to me than he probably knew. Jack wasn't just a part of the chamber. He was part of what held it together during the pandemic. He was a leader that helped us along during a difficult time, along with other executive board members. His absence is felt in every small detail. His calm presence would have brought in this moment the quiet encouragement he offered, the support you didn't even have to ask. On behalf of the Fair Lawn Chamber of Commerce, I extend a heartfelt condolence to the Donahue family, Company Number 4, and to all who knew Jack and loved him. We were lucky to know him. May he rest in peace.
Thank you.
Pamela Coles. Just real quickly, Fairlawn Police Department has a National Night Out on August 5th.
Oh, yes,
I
thank
didn't
you,
think that
Pam.
was mentioned.
No, it was not. Thank you.
Yeah, so if we can just,
Yes.
that's going to be next Tuesday, or a week from today. That'd be awesome if we can promote that and get that on.
Yes, it's on social media, and I just completely forgot to mention it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I want to, are there any updates on the Cadmus House regarding the work that was being done?
Borough manager?
Yeah, so the Cadmus House is also, they have a separate nonprofit that oversees it. They had some concerns about the structure and how many people it could hold. We went out for bid. We had a structural engineer come in and examine the Cadmus House. They did a quick overview and recommended that they would allow up to 5 people. So there's been an intern there working and categorizing a number of the artifacts there. And then he came back about 2 weeks ago. I was at the Cadmus House, our superintendent of DPW, and then 2 members of the Cadmus House were there as well, Joe Nasso and, oh God, why does the name escape me? And one other individual, I'm so sorry, I forgot his name. But they were there.
Eric
I'm sorry?
Ball? Is it Eric Ball?
Yeah, Eric, sorry, thank you. So, and Eric, so we walked through the house, the structural engineer felt confident that we could reopen it. The final document should be coming in the next week. Once we have full authorization to open that up, then we will to the public. And then in the meantime, we're working with the Cadmus House to get some outside work done. We're very fortunate, there's a number of volunteers who've done some work on their own, but we do have funding set aside to assist in the other part, but anything that's done governmentally will be a process. So right now we put out requests for quotes, so we have to review quotes. Anything that's over the bid threshold, we have to go up for bid. So we're working with the members of the Cadmus House to kind of put all those numbers and projects together.
Awesome. Thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Another thing that I was, the Zoom line for the zoning board, it's not up online. There's nowhere that you.
The link, you mean?
The link, or whatever it was. That if we could put that up there, in the site itself is a little challenging to navigate.
Okay.
Until we get used to it. So, but when I wanted to go onto the Zoom meeting, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Couldn't go. Couldn't find it anywhere. I walk around town. That is another topic. I walk around town. I do 5 miles a day, sometimes 4 days a week, 5 days a week, and mostly on Moorlot, do the loops by the high school. Tons of trash over by the high school and a little bit of the backfield in between the baseball fields, and that there's a little lot. There's tons of trash over there. There's trash over on Burdan Ave in that big giant lot that they have in the center of that links Burdan, I believe it's Cadmus. Just walking around town, there's lots of bottles. I end up picking them up. I'm going to start bringing a trash bag with me next time. And I'm going to say this politely. The doggy poo bags, they're all around town. People leave them all around town. I gently pick them up and put them in one of our containers, one of our trash pails. But people are leaving them all around town. If we can clean it up, our town is growing and growing and growing, and I really want to acknowledge the timer real quick. Thank you. That we are growing and growing, so we are going to have to be super diligent if we want our quality of life, not quality of life, but really the cleanliness around town, primarily on our major roadways. I noticed that's where the side streets are fabulous, but our major roadways are a little, we could use a little help cleaning up the trash. I'm gonna, I'll bring trash bags the next time I go walking around town, which will probably be tomorrow. And lastly, I really want to thank you for, I contacted the borough manager's office last week. There was a car parked in front of my house for at least 3 to 4 weeks, and It got moved. I don't know if you had anything to do with that, but I really want to acknowledge it was covered with bird dew, bird droppings, and it was just a sight. Can I just make one recommendation regarding the placement of our garbage pails, our town garbage pails? We have, if you don't mind, do I have permission to do that?
Yeah, quick.
Okay, real quick. So we have one garbage pail, one of the green garbage pails, coming down the ramp off of, onto Plaza Road, from 208 onto Plaza Road. I don't necessarily know that that's a good use for it in both directions. And then in certain areas, where there isn't a lot of traffic, on Plaza Road headed north, right after the trestle. I don't necessarily know that that's another great place for, yeah, I'm headed north. No, you'd be heading south. Anyway, it's on Plaza Road, right by one of the trestles. Right underneath the trestle on Plaza Road, there's another, and I don't necessarily know that that's maybe on the corner somewhere, but that's,
Okay, we can look into it.
yeah,
maybe
just
moving it.
just
Yeah,
the
whenever.
thought of it so we can,
Yeah, just real quick, Mayor. So any of those garbage cans, our DPW kind of reviews the areas. Sometimes they're put through request or if they see like a high demand in certain areas. But I will have them definitely review those areas. I know exactly what you're talking about for both of them because we live around the area. My dog likes to go for walks around there. So yes, I will definitely get them both checked out and see how much usage they are getting. Because what they do is when they do get lifted and cleaned, we do ask for reports to see how much garbage is actually coming out of them. So if they do see a significant amount of garbage, sometimes they'll keep it there or add additional ones. If they don't see that much garbage being deposited there, then they'll move them to other locations. But I'll check the reports on those.
yeah, and the lids need to be put back into the, it's attached with a lid.
Yeah, we're trying to get to, there's all different versions of them, but we're trying to get away so much from the lid just because a lot of them get lost or taken.
I know it's meaningless when it comes to, representing something like Jack Donahue, but this is a beautification of, this
Yeah,
adds to
no,
the
and I think
beauty.
some of the issues you brought up, I'm very familiar with those areas. So like we said over by Berdan, unfortunately, when the summer comes around, you have a lot of kids getting out and doing activities. That's a very popular place for a lot of kids to set up volleyball nets. And unfortunately, a lot of them don't use reusable bottles. They use the one-time use and then they leave them behind. We have been trying to get more of education out there to the public about how to dispose of waste and not leaving it behind, and we'll keep doing it. Unfortunately, it's something I know I've talked to other borough administrators as well, is something they do see a big uptick in the summer and in when it's nicer weather.
Okay, super, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Hi, Nora.
So I'm Nora Hamaway. I live on Western Drive here in Fairlawn. So there's just two things that I want to bring up. This is my first meeting, so I had thought each point would be discussed. I only have one question on one of the items. So about a week ago, I attended a talk about getting benefits through PSE&G using soda from an outside company. I was a bit concerned about it. Is it valid? Are those companies valid that are selling?
I'm going to let the deputy mayor.
Well, it really depends on who's approaching you. I know that, we have community solar, which was actually on the agenda tonight. So we have a company that has a solar array that's going on 3rd Street, and there'll be community solar available for residents to sign up for. But I can attest to, I don't know where you were or who you were speaking to.
At the senior center.
At the senior center,
Yeah,
okay.
so I figure if a company is going to go there and speak,
Was that solar landscaping? Yeah, it's hard for us to.
Yeah,
I think it was Greater Bergen. It's a non-profit.
Oh, then it's
okay.
probably, yeah, I mean, if they were at the senior center, it was probably fine, but if you want,
What
send.
I felt that they probably would have
Yeah.
been evaluated before.
But if
going
you have my email, if you want to send me the name of it, I can verify that for you. But I would feel pretty comfortable that if they presented at the senior center,
Right, I
that
did
it was.
go ahead and sign up, and that's what I felt.
Yeah.
Because that's where
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
about them. So then I've just one personal issue, and it's been going on for a long time. I've been in my home since 2006. The back of my home is onto 208. I did meet with you
Yes.
on the, I think that the 8th or the 10th of, the 8th of July, and we talked about it because, so I have my backyard, there's a fence, it's a chain link fence, and behind that there's an area there's a very, very strong weed area, which has some trees. There's ivy, poison ivy, like honeysuckle. There's other vines. So it's been continuously growing through the fence, and every summer I spend hours cleaning it up. I have been asking, I did meet Mr. Peluso when he was mayor as well, to ask if this could be looked into, if it could be cleaned up in some way. And for the first time, I believe I have rats. I saw 3 of them, and I've been destroying my tomato plants. I've never had rats. They're too big to be voles, they're too big to be mice.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult. There are some trees, it's town property. I was told a certain part of it from my fence, a certain part of it is town property, and after that it's state property.
That's what we were trying. So right after we met, I emailed the borough manager, and that's what he was looking into to try to figure out which part was town and which part was state. I don't know if you had any update on that?
We did. It's very difficult in that situation, especially when you're trying to trace where the root of the ivy is coming from. And regardless if, and I hate to say this, but regardless if it's borough or state, once it goes from one property to your property, it becomes your responsibility once it becomes on your property. So, but what we can do, I had the same issue because I have Route 208 in my backyard as well. So I had ivy come through. There is a spray I purchased that's really good with getting rid of ivy. If you send me an email, I can come by on Thursday and I could use the spray on the ivy to get rid of it. When it comes to any kind of pest control, if you could, I do have your address. So I'll notify our health department, Northwest Bergen County, and we'll have them come take a look. Sometimes there's some issues with some activities that might be happening around your neighborhood. I know we had an issue because we had a neighbor that was a hoarder, and once they moved out, then all the vermin started coming. So they'll do a really good assessment of the property, see where they're coming from, track it, and then find out what the cause is.
Yeah, I mean, I have watched them. They've come through the fence. And I will say that there is no ivy starting on that property.
No, it doesn't matter if it's starting on your property. I think, Mayor, you might recall, this was a number of years ago. We had a resident who there was a tree, their neighbor's tree fell on their property. But because it was the neighbor's tree, and it fell on their property, it still became their responsibility, even though it wasn't their tree.
But
So
if,
you also
but if
have
she's
the
saying
right-
that none of it is on her property.
No, she said it didn't start.
No, it's not starting on her property, so it's going from
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
Even so, once it's horrible, and this goes back to Roman times and Roman law.
Yes, it does.
Once
The
it
12
goes
tables.
once it gets to your property, then it becomes yours, even if it's your neighbor's. So whoever grows above and beyond and goes onto your property, so you have the right, like if your neighbor has a tree and the limb goes over to your property, you can cut the limb down. You can't go over your property. And if you have ivy growing from 208 onto your property, it does become your ivy. But I could help you out. I got some stuff. I'll come by and I'll get rid of it for you.
It's quite easy to deal with a limb of a tree coming over, easy to get in a tree company. But if you've got like 75 feet of ivy coming through all the way,
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of work.
but what about the part that's our property, though, should be maintained?
I just feel
Right.
like if this was on my
It's
property
nice.
and it was going through the fence into
I get that the
town
part that's on
property,
her fence.
it
All
would
right.
be different.
Let's try to find a solution to this together. But for now, if you're willing to go over there and do that, and then we'll work from there. But and then we're going to have, as the borough manager said, we're going to have Northwest just come out and take a look because, as he pointed out, there might be an issue related to the rats in your neighborhood that then we have to address.
Right, yeah.
So we'll have them come take a look.
And I appreciate all your talk on native plants. Okay.
Thank you.
We
Thank
all
you.
do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nora.
Yeah, I have the same issue with the branches
No,
by me,
I think so.
with Garrettson.
Actually, yeah, maybe. She's-
Hello again, Stella
Hi.
Lundberg, Van Doren Avenue. I apologize for missing this in my notes. I want to take a moment to properly acknowledge a very special individuals who were honored earlier today. First, congratulations to Luis Vasquez. Luis is someone I deeply admire, not just for the work he does in town, but how he lives a life of service. He's a Troop 60 Eagle Scout and Scout leader, and he continues to give back to Fair Lawn with heart, humility, and quite strength. He leads by example, and this community is better because of him. I also want to recognize Mr. Magarelli. Nick has been a steady and trusted presence in Fair Lawn for many years. His professionalism, calm leadership, and deep knowledge have made a real difference behind the scenes. Seeing him officially sworn in tonight is well-deserved and meaningful moment. And to all of the officers recognized this evening, thank you for your service. Your service to Fair Lawn matters more than you know. We are grateful for all your dedication and proud to stand beside you. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Okay. Seeing nobody else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment? Okay.
One of the reasons why I'm pushing the native plant ordinance is that somebody on a certain committee planted 4 crimson kings, Norway maple, which is an invasive tree species. That's why I'm trying to push this.
Got it.
You can have it, it's your,
What is it? Sure, I'll take a copy.
so you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
With Green Acres, you told me about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. That's it.
Okay. Seeing nobody else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments?
Moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now closed. Number 15, Resolution 254-2025, Executive Closed Session. Will the municipal clerk please read the executive closed session resolution?
Whereas NJSA 10412B allows a public body to enter into a closed session during a public meeting, and upon conclusion, the meeting will return to open public session. And whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn has deemed it necessary to enter into a closed session, excluding the public to discuss matters that are exempt from disclosure, pending or anticipating litigation or contract negotiation, and attorney-client privilege, and personnel matters pursuant to NJSA 10412B8. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Borough Council shall enter into a closed session, and that the discussion in closed session may be made public when disclosure will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the borough.
Can I have a motion to go into executive closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes.